AC142 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2004. And in this episode of our rookie season in career mode, we're going to be completing race 23 of 36, which is going to take place at Michigan International Speedway for the Michigan 400. Last time we came here, we fought to finish in a bad position that would hopefully not be so bad. I think it was like 35th that I finished in last time we came here. We crashed into Chase Montgomery. But yesterday, we went to Watkins Glen International and finished in 14th place. I think the best I could have finished there was like 11th, maybe 10th, but going to one of the final corners, Matt Kenseth brake checked me, and that got me all sideways and loose. Ricky Craven saved me, and then we were just bashing into each other going across the start-finish line because he was pissed off that he made contact with me, of course. Matt Kenseth, he still wants to hurt me going to this Michigan race, but I'm not that concerned because he's probably going to be running up front, and we're going to still be in the middle, maybe the back of the field, because Michigan is one of the faster tracks, and the car ain't that fast yet, but we should be able to meet all expectations still because we're under that same contract we were whenever we went to it last time. Now, Mark Martin, I think, just won his first race of the season whenever we went to Watkins Glen, which is suiting because he did battle Steve Park for the win at Watkins Glen years ago, just a few years after this game came out, to my belief. And Tony Stewart took the points lead by finishing in second place. I don't know where Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished in that one. I didn't really take a look, but he's now 31 points behind Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart, you pull away, you win this championship. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is better than Tony Stewart at Michigan, so I don't know. It all depends on how things play out because this game doesn't, have them perform as well as they do in reality at tracks and stuff like that. But we're still in 30th place in the point standing somehow. We're very far away from Clint Schrader, though. We're closing on Jeff Green because he didn't run a very good race at Watkins Glen, and I was just 1 point behind Johnny Benson going into the Watkins Glen race, and now he's way up there, like 26 points in front of me. So these guys are still in reach, but I'm just not expecting to do that well in Michigan. So let's just hope that we're still in 30th place in the end. Yeah, after the rivalries. My biggest concern is just Matt Kenseth because we know that he's going to want to hit us if we're ever near him. I really hope he's not one of them guys that starts in the back and has to make his way through the field because that would really freaking suck in my case. Team management in the last episode, we finally started getting them to do work on the fabrication shop. That costed $150,000. They'll be here in 9 races. Finally get better downforce and better drafting. Can have it up to date with the other equipment that we've been getting. And the garage, only thing I really did here is go to engines and put this in for repairs because we just used it and we're going to be using this, which is what we've been building for 9 races, this engine, which is in great condition. So we have a great engine going to Michigan, so it could be possible that we could finish in the top 20. Of course, Michigan's tougher than that, so I'm not sure. And yeah, we damaged our car quite a bit just bashing into people at Watkins Glen, so we got to deal with this very damaged body and this very damaged chassis. So, don't know how much that's truly going to mean at Michigan. And you got the sponsorship, everything's all good in there like always. We should still have all our expectations being met. I did mention at the end of the last video that I would try to get better pit crew members and stuff, and I only got like 3 of them actually traded out for better members. But, I mean, just little changes really help you out in the end eventually. Quick select, and we'll go qualifying at Michigan. We'll be doing this race in a 58 rating equipment. Today we are using the paint scheme made by Metallica King just because we haven't used it in 11 races. Last time we had this paint scheme was whenever we went to Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 600. I've been going to a lot of northern tracks and tracks that are famous with Dale Reynolds and K-Cow Gaming, and I guess Jada Reversals and a couple of them. So I haven't felt the desire to use this paint scheme, but now we're going to be using this quite a bit often just because we're getting to the end of the season where I feel like more tracks suit Metallica King's design and everything. Way up at the top of the track going to turn 3. I think turn 1 was fine, but I went under driving 2 because I don't know exactly what this car can do, but just getting warmed up on my out lap. The pole lap time was like 38.9 seconds, almost 39 seconds. That's 42nd, and I know I can do better this time by. We've got a better car this time, and at the same freaking time, it's just with the draft and the lack of downforce. It's all going to have to be on the engine if I can actually keep with the rest of the pack, not break apart like it does eventually. I mean, whenever we did the race last time, we were able to stick with the pack as long as I was taking perfect corners and just sticking with the draft just a little bit. So even though we're bad on drafting this time, with that engine power, it should be just as easy, if not easier, not more difficult. So that lap had to be a little bit better. We're going to be starting where we need to. 39.5. It's only like half a second off of the pole lap time. We're starting in 20th on the outside, but not too concerned about it. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. starts on the pole at one of his best tracks, and Tony Stewart will be starting in 4th. So Tony Stewart ain't going to finish too far behind him if he does, but let's just hope that Tony Stewart can run a good race and not lose this points lead right off the bat. Junior Nation's got Ricky Rudd starting beside him. We are beside Jeff Burton. One of the first drivers I see up there is Matt Kenseth. But he's quite a few rows away, and I really hope that I never get anywhere near him in this race, just because of how big of a situation it's going to be if we ever do. So, I mean, I want to finish well and everything, but I don't ever want to be near this guy. I just want him to run his own race away from me, and we can have that rivalry just drown itself out on its own. So, we're sticking with the draft quite well in the first lap. Got good power. Don't hit Elliott Sadler, JC. Ooh, this is going to be quite a dive into turn 3. Didn't want to be this far down the bottom, but I was trying to back off from Elliott Sadler. As long as I'm not running bad corners, we should be able to stick with these guys okay. Pretty good position right now. I'd be fine with finishing 23rd here at Michigan. I'm trying to keep Elliott Sadler behind me, and this is just silly at this point. We got previous race winner sitting right there behind me, by the way. And I'm much faster into the corners of these guys, and because of how slow this car is, I can actually hold my line just fine in comparison to them off the corners. It does get tied off, and that's with no matter what kind of car you have, whether it's career mode or not. It always tied off the turn 2 there. Okay, let's not just dive underneath Mark Martin and wreck him. This car's just burning my tires away really quickly. We're not losing positions too quickly. If I make perfect corners, then we can actually maintain position for a pretty long time. I've still got the draft. Trying to share it with Mark Martin and keep up with him. We'll gain on him going to turn 1 right here. Steve Park is trying something on me, but we dive it in. They're still there. Kenny Wallace is going to be losing positions just because he's Kenny Wallace. And we got Robbie Gordon there as well, so we should be able to stick with these two guys around. They're just not that fast. They're bound to be just falling through the field like they would usually. Diving into turn 3, being as aggressive as I can. Sliding into that middle lane, but this is the preferred groove because that's where you can keep the draft at because everybody else is there. So I'm not that too concerned if I slide up through turns 3 and 4. Got past Robbie Gordon cleanly. We still got the draft on these guys in front of us, so that's for 22nd. We've only lost 2 positions since the start of this race, so that's great. We're really gaining on them right here, but we're going to get a little tight off. I mean, a lot of tight off. Can't predict something like that, I suppose. Maybe somebody else could because they know this game better than me, even though I've been playing this game for 15 years. Jeez. We're still right there in front of me. We got Jerry Nadeau. Should be able to keep up with him. Don't overdrive the corner, JC. Slide up into that middle lane, deal with Johnny Benson. He's shifting lanes on his own. Goodness. But yeah, we're still with the pack, so that's good. We can still make up positions. Once the tires get worn, then we'll start falling back. That's when I want to make up positions now. So if we fall back the furthest we'll probably be, we'll be like 25th after passing some of these cars. Oh, wow, I'm hitting that apron. I don't know if it's actually helping me or not. Holding Johnny Benson back on the outside. Trying to finish the pass, be clear so I can dive into turn 3. There we go. We're going to have an advantage going to turn 3 like we usually do. Hitting the brakes a little early. Carrying lots of momentum. Rusty Wallace is on the move, by the way. I see him underneath me. Yeah, he's coming, but I'm on that middle lane, so I can just pull away from him anyways. But he's going to be passing us eventually, and I know it. Wow, great run off of turn 4, passing like 3 cars. Pull in front of both of you guys, and diving into turn 1 like an airplane. I don't know where my airplane nonsense comes from, but yeah, we're in 18th place. I'm a happy person right now. Now, we're not going to finish better in this race than we did at Watkins Glen. I highly doubt that. I mean, we're in 18th place now. We're just 4 positions away from where we finished, but still, we probably want to make up like 2 more positions from this point on before Tyler kills me, and then, well, we're getting close to the halfway point, so I think the last thing that can happen is me passing like a wall trip before we get passed by other cars, and Mark Martin passes earlier, and he's one of the faster guys, so he's probably just going to keep on pulling away, so it could be calm from this point on until pit stops happen. It's nice that this race has been going by quickly because we've been making up positions and we're almost a pit stop, so we're not going to be on worn tires for too long, but oh boy, I can really feel them. Nope, you stay behind me. Napa know how to stay behind JC1424. Oh my god, I almost got my ass flaps chopped off. That's a quote if ever, oh my god. Oh, sliding into turn 3, but whatever works to stay at the bottom, whatever works. I said we're going to be getting passed by Rusty Wallace. He's going down pit road, so He was capable of doing so, he just never got to it because of how freaking much I'm holding him up. Now we're getting positions as people take pit stops. We're taking them like 3 laps early, so maybe I should stay out and not take my pit stop to like lap 11 or lap 12 so I can really have the advantage on tires. Well, it's lap 10. Nothing's really been happening since. I let Michael Walter by, but I was really nothing that exciting about that. And now I'm having people that just got on the track with their fresh tires passing me. But I'm going to go just one more lap, and I'm going to use the draft of these guys with fresh tires just to keep up a little bit. And I'm fast enough in to not really lose that much time. So we're going to begin the second half of the race now, take our pit stop, and hopefully make something in this race and finish in the top 20. But damn, the tires, now it's really killing me. I should have probably taken my pit stop last time by, because I can't do anything with this car now that this has happened. Well, that was the worst decision I could probably make in this race. I was really thinking I could just go one more lap and be one of the fastest guys on the track afterwards. I mean, we'll still be one of the fastest ones, but good lord, I'm gonna fall back to like 30 fucking fifth because of this. Well, I think Michael Waltrip's finally coming down pit road as well as me this time, so maybe we're not on the worst of strategies. 7 DJC. Wow, I can't believe I didn't speed in. Freaking lines like right before the pit road entry thing, but no damage to repair, 4 tires, a full tank of fuel, and there's the setup, by the way. I think it's full, except for maybe the wedge, just because I want the car to be a little loose right now. With it on this bad condition it is, it's not a good car yet, so I have to have that low wedge. And he's making a wedge adjustment. I didn't tell him to do anything, though. Weird how this game just animates stuff pointlessly. It's going to be a good pit stop. 16 seconds, please. 16 seconds. 16.9, so it's a second slower than I want it to be, but I don't even know if we can have 16-second pit stops yet. I think we probably have. 23rd, 24th, 25th, and we're still losing positions. I gotta get the speed first to say that we haven't lost that many. Okay, we're in 30th place. I was anticipating 35th, so with our fresh tires, we should be able to get up to at least 25th. And I don't know if anybody else is pitting after me so we can get some of those positions back. I doubt that's going to actually happen. Let's just go track down some of them guys that just passed us, as I'm not focusing on my entry to turn 3 enough. Yeah, we should be faster than all these guys behind us. We should be good. We still got people heading down pit road on like lap 14 of the race. There's another car off pit road right there. That is Jamie McMurray, so that's going to help me out in the rookie battle for the championship. And we're in 25th. We got 3 cars in front of me, so that's at best 22nd. I've got these freshest tires on the track, probably in comparison to most of the field. So, yeah, it is possible that we can get a 22nd place finish at best. I don't know about anything else. Joe Nemechek has like 1 lap fresher tires than me, so that kind of sucks. These 3 guys in front of me are actually really slow. Like, I'm catching them very quickly, so I'm probably going to pass them and then just say bye-bye quite immediately. They must have pitted really early, all of them. But one of them is Rusty Wallace. I thought he was on the move earlier, but we're catching him. I think it's quite possible that Rusty Wallace is actually getting held up right now. I think that's what the case is. Oh, God, we're running out of grip completely off the turn 2 this time. I think I got it, and then I don't. But Joe Nemechek hasn't passed me yet, so that's good. But I swear, it's going to be hard to hold him back for the remainder of the race, even if it is just 5 laps. Okay, get on the brakes early for turn 3. Don't miss the entry, JC. We've caught these guys in the groove. Don't have to worry about being so tough turn 4 as it is turn 2, but Rusty Wallace is now getting away. Ricky Craven doesn't like me after what happened at Watkins Glen, but he ain't going to hit me like Matt Kenseth would. We haven't come across Matt Kenseth at all during this race, so that's great. He decreased his rivalry thing to like 40% afterwards. Rusty Wallace, I have fresher tires than you, so you might be a better driver for the most part, but still. I mean, they're a better car is what I'm trying to say, but this tire's being fresh and, well, his not being, then we should be able to get around him for 22nd. But man, lots of fast guys behind me now. Well, really just Joe Nemechek. So I mean, once you got the draft of these guys that are behind me, aside from Joe Nemechek, that should be my only challenge. I don't know about catching about any of those cars that are in the top 20 right now, but once I pass Rusty Wallace, if I can stay in front of him, then I think 22nd place should be very possible. I'm going to dive it into turn 1 right here. Don't hit him though. Don't over dive bomb the corner, JC. You know, by having to slow down so I don't hit him, it actually keeps me from slamming the outside wall. And at the same time, it gets me down to a speed that's appropriate for the corner and actually not hitting him and shit. But now I got to hold back Joe Nemechek, and I'm going to dive into turn 3 like I usually do. So it's possible that I could stay in front of him right here. But man, it's going to be hard to hold him up. And we're still fast enough to catch some of those guys in front of us right now. I can see it. So, yeah, can we finish in the top 20? I'm aiming for it. It's just, might have to let by Joe Nemechek, use him as draft, and then at the same time we'll be catching those guys in front of us. We're faster in turn 1, even if he has like 1 lap pressure tires. So, you know, hitting that damn apron, and we're sliding up like crazy. How can I be so far down at the bottom of the corner and then just go all the way up? Man, sometimes I think I got it, and then I don't got it. Okay, don't leave me behind just yet, Joe Nemechek. I need you to catch them guys. That was too fast into turn 3, just a little bit. Rusty Wallace is still right behind me. I am confident that we are going to catch whatever that black car is in front of Joe Nemechek right now before the race ends. We got 2 to go, and I think it's possible. That is Jerry Nadeau. That'd be one of them Pontiac drivers. Last time I saw a black car in the distance, it was freaking Jeremy Mayfield. But, no. It was a freaking Dodge. I thought it was a Pontiac, one of them drivers, but no, it wasn't. And he wrecked me, so yeah, it's just PTSD at this point, how you just ruined that entire race for me. I'm not taking the blame for it. No choke. Wasn't a choke. Okay, we're going to be able to pass Jerry Nadeau to get back into 22nd. I know we can. We've got the time to. Should do it. Sad to say we could have pulled up Joe Nemechek, but it's fine. Not a big concern for me. All them cars up there in front of Joe Nemechek are going to be slowing him down, but at the same time, I don't think we have time to catch any of them. I passed Jerry Nadeau before we even started the last lap. So maybe I can catch one of these guys if they're just that slow. Sloppy turn 1. But we're not too tight off. We're not going to hit the freaking wall. I know that much. Yeah, there's no way we're going to be able to catch those guys in front of us. So we're going to hold it in 22nd place. I'll leave it at this. We're going to get 22nd in our second race here at Michigan. Much, much better than we did last time. So yeah, having a much better engine at a power track like this really does pay off. Okay, we got it. Someone crosses the start-finish line, gets the win. Probably Dale Earnhardt Jr. for like the 10th time during the season. I think that's his 10th win if he just got it. Okay, there you go. Made Metallica King proud. Okay, who won it? Tony Stewart beat Dale Earnhardt Jr. Oh my God, I'm flabbergasted. On Thursday, we will be going to Bristol Motor Speedway for the Sharpie 500, the night race. And last time we went there for the day race, I think we finished really well just because there was a wreck on the track during pit stops. Now, whenever there's not a wreck on the track during the pit stops, they're usually throwing a caution just because Ward Burton left pit road. It's just, you know, a glitch that happens in the freaking game. So I think we had really good luck whenever we go there, and we can get, you know, all good finishes, in my opinion, this week, as opposed to what happened last week. And just a couple weeks ago, we were finishing really well in all 3 races, but I don't know if it's going to be as good as that one. All depends on how Bristol plays out. I don't think it's going to play out that well, but still. So Tony Stewart just got what I think was his 4th or his 5th win of the season. I mean, Kevin Harvick just got his 3rd win of the season, so if he had one, that would have been his 4th win. So I think this was Tony Stewart's 5th. Let me see right here. Yeah, that was his 5th win. And yeah, he's been running a really good, consistent season. 19 top 5s and 20 top 10s. He doesn't gain any on points in Dale Earnhardt Jr. because I guess Dale Earnhardt Jr. led the most laps than Tony Stewart. I didn't really tie with him or anything like that. But it's just between Tony Stewart and Dale Earnhardt Jr. right now. Dale Jarrett, Jeff Gordon, and especially Ryan Newman are really out of reach of the lead right now in points. So, yeah, like the most famous driver in all of NASCAR for many years is battling with my favorite driver, who is one of the really big legends. So this is just fantastic, my rookie season of career mode. I mean, I'm making progress, and then you got that battle going on. We are over 100 points in front of Ken Trader, but we have still not passed anybody in the point standings. But we are still just 3 points behind Jeff Green, so that's great. And Johnny Benson, I think he pulled away in that race a little bit because he's now like, it's not 40 points, but 41 points in front of me, I think that is. Driver specs. Matt Kenseth is down to 40% rivalry, so that's good. David Green was not in that race, and actually some neutral allies or whatever. Yeah, I was trying to stick with Michael Waltrip for a while, and of course Steve Park, so really made up for a lot of the shit that I did at Watkins Glen, didn't I? I think I finished in front of Jay McMurray. Yeah, I did. I got Rookie of the Race with a little extra money. I remember passing him whenever he was coming off pit road. That was funny. Yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr. dominated that one. You see all the rewards that he just got. So we can go to team management, get some repairs on the parts that just got used up in the past couple of races right here. This will improve by a little bit, and it's the chassis, but I think I want to leave it for the bodies right now. So we're just going to repair the chassis right now. We'll think about overhauling and stuff like that later on. And we did just spend a lot of money buying that shop edition too, so I don't want to just find myself bankrupt in a little bit. And we're going to be using this one again in the next race. Yeah, that's that engine that we just finished building. And it's still pretty good. 60 power, and the efficiency is 55, 61 durability. So, yeah, you get whenever you get stuff built like that. And we got this ready for the next race, 53, 54, and 62. So you can see that work is actually getting done on bodies finally. And this one, I think, what we need to overhaul right here. And I can definitely afford. We got $252,000 in the bank right now, and this really will do the trick right here for the bodies. So, like 2 races, and that's just $140,000. So we're not losing too much. It's usually like way over $150,000 for everything else, and that is out of the way. So we know what we're using the next race, and we know it's coming soon in a couple races. Go into sponsorship, take a look at that stuff. I'm almost topping off in happiness for everything because I'm just, hitting all my expectations. 91 with Advanced Auto Parts, 86 with Quality Plus 4 dealers, and then the Associates Richer Pay Driving Experience 80. Because, yeah, for a while I just couldn't, stay in 30th place in the point standings. But now I'm stuck right there in 30th place. If I could just, actually pass people like I want to, it's just like it's where those drivers are finishing at is not helping me. So that's that. We got 8 races left until the fabrication shop comes in. I didn't have to take a look at that to remember it. But see you next time. That's that, and episode over.